Well, we're starting something new here on Sunday mornings that isn't really that new. We have, for years now, during our stewardship month, usually January, we have people share their testimonies about their ministries and what brought them to the church and what they do in the church and why the church is important to them and that sort of thing. And we did it also one summer. So instead of just doing it for Stewardship Month and the odd summer, we have decided that there are enough stories that we can hear them all year long. And so we've got this new part of the service called Share in the Chair. And so I'm going to sit here and invite people to share some of their story with us to get to hear more people's experiences and get more people involved. And so to start this new segment of our service, our first person that we have today is a professional vocalist we have here on staff. You hear her and see her all the time, Mrs. Sara Burns. Would you please welcome Sara? When I asked Sara to do this, and this is the third time, I mean, I've had her do these sharing things before, and she hates them. So, of course, I asked her to be first.
This is the sixth time now, because it's two per service.
That's right, 2 per service. So this is the sixth time. And if she could sing it, she wouldn't have any problem. I remember one Gay Pride Sunday, she sang in her underwear. Do you remember that? In a boa, she got her underwear, I am what I am, or whatever she did.
It was not quite my underwear.
Almost, well, a little bit. And she'll come to your house. If you don't, like, you're so bad you can't even sing in the shower, she'll come and sing while you're in the shower. She will sing anything. But talking is different. And still, she is so faithful that when I asked her, she agreed to do that. So there's just a few questions, and she answered them beautifully at the first service. So if she doesn't do as well this service, you'll know it's you, because she did great before. So we'll see. No, what we want us to know is, how has the progressive vision of Christianity that is shared here at the Sunshine Cathedral, how has that enriched your life?
And I thought it would be a little bit easier second service, but I'm still nervous. Well, I think to sum it up, it opened my eyes, because I was raised in an Assembly of God church. It was very friendly, welcoming church. It was my family for a long period of time until I got a job and had to work Sundays. So, and there was never, people talk about their upbringing and there's a lot of negativity being preached from the pulpit, and there was never, I don't remember at least, and I could just be innocent, there was never a lot of negativity from the pulpit from my pastor. But one thing that was kind of taught a lot was the Bible was a history book, and my Bible growing up had the dates in it, like it was a history book. So I could see that Genesis chapter 20 was year 2003 BC or something crazy like that. But that's how I was raised, and so I just read it chronologically. It happened in that exact order. But it wasn't until Durrell, you did your sermon on Jonah and the whale, that I realized, no, a person can't be swallowed by a whale and live for 3 days. That doesn't really happen. I mean, as a little kid, though, it's a fantastic cartoon, and you sing all these songs, and it's great. But as an adult, my eyes were open, like, to actually question things. And I still question things. And my dad is a pastor, and sometimes, I question things he says, but I keep them to myself because I am an obedient daughter. So the church has really made, as a progressive, I see that as an eye-opening experience, I think.
How has the Sunshine Cathedral community, there's our worship services in our program, but we see each other in lots of contexts. We have this pizza thing we do together. We have this church picnic. We form a community. We form bonds and friendships and groups. And how has the Sunshine Cathedral community blessed your life?
Well, you introduced me as Mrs. Sara Burns, and I didn't come here Mrs. Sara Burns. I came here as Sarah McMillan, and I found love at the Sunshine Cathedral, something I wasn't expecting. At my previous church, the women there had been, praying for me to meet a man. And when I first started here, I said, they God answered that prayer. I met hundreds of men here. They just didn't, they didn't pray for that exact thing, but God doesn't always, answer in the way you expect. But for me, I lucked out because a few years later, I did meet a man, and we got married, and it's been a wonderful last couple of years.
You got married about exactly 1 year before I did.
Yes.
So, yeah. So,
You took our anniversary weekend.
well, it belonged to us. So we, no, I got to perform her wedding. She got to sing at mine. It was all good. If someone were looking to get involved in ministry here in the church, obviously your primary ministry is music. Why should someone consider joining the music ministry?
Well, the church as a whole is a big community, but the choir itself is a small community, and the music team included. We do have gatherings, and we are open to new members constantly. You don't have to read music. You can sing on pitch or some, not on pitch quietly. But we're opening anyways.
Not on pitch won't be mic'd, but you can still sing,
that's
right?
True.
Yeah.
That's true. Or you can lip sing. You can pretend that you're singing. I'm singing for you. That always works for some people as well. But it's a really good family. I met my best friend in the choir, actually, Twyla and Marion. And God, I cried again. She is the oldest living bridesmaid in the world. It's on
Yes.
okay. So, and I think you approved of that dress too, right?
Yeah.
So that's why you should join the choir. You can become a bridesmaid.
You can be a bridesmaid.
Although Katie has said that nobody else from the choir is allowed to get married because when one person is away, both people are then away, and
That's
she's
true.
not unhappy. She's not happy with that.
That's true. It's a twofer. What is one thing that you wish everyone knew about the Sunshine Cathedral?
I wish people in the community knew that Sunshine Cathedral was here, because when I go out in the community and I mentioned it, nobody knows. They know First Baptist, they've heard of that, they know Calvary Chapel, but they've never heard of Sunshine Cathedral, and so I share that all the time with people of all backgrounds. Actually just at a party this weekend, we were talking about, they were looking for a church, and I said, come check out Sunshine Cathedral. Because it's opening and welcoming. When I came here, I thought, I'll be the outsider. And if anything, I felt nothing like the outsider. Felt very welcoming, and every time I get to sing for the church, I feel this huge wave of love afterwards, and it gets me through the week. It gets you through a tough week. So,
Would you please thank Sara for sharing her story with us? A powerful story it is.